This is unleaded versus super unleaded by Elijah Flood. Cost per mile unleaded for each car. So all throughout the cars, it gradually increases, and then when you get to car E, it drops a lot. Super unleaded. Here's the cost per mile for all the cars. And some downsides of ethanol-based fuel is ethanol contains less energy than a gallon of gas. Thus, it results in worse miles per gallon. And ethanol fuel is harder on your engine, and its affinity for water can causes phase separation, and contamination occurs very quickly. And unlike MTBE ethanol, it will actually absorb water, which can cause serious problems to some engines. And another downside of this is the U.S. relies highly on foreign petroleum trade. This may cause high risk of trade deficits and supply disruption. So it's not really in the vicinity of cars, but just another downside to ethanol-based fuel. Positives to ethanol: helps reduce imported oil and greenhouse gas emissions, and ethanol is renewable. Ethanol production produces more jobs, a lot of ethanol plants and such. And when crops are grown to create ethanol, the crops absorb most of the carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas, and so ethanol lets out less CO2, unlike petroleum, which is used from plants that died millions of years ago. So the crops will absorb most of that carbon dioxide, so it doesn't emit as much. And for which is better, I mean, it kind of depends. It's basically your own reasoning behind which you want to get, just because it's cheap. One's cheaper than the other, and it depends on where you're living too. If you live in different parts of the country, different states, it varies. Gas prices from super unleaded to unleaded, and it just might be different. And so, like with the harm ethanol does to the motor, like by the time it actually has any serious effect on your motor, you might as well just have a new car anyways. I mean, it's going to take many years for like actual motor problems to happen when using ethanol fuel. And then here you can compare all the different average miles per gallon for unleaded and super unleaded. The cost per mile for unleaded, super unleaded, you can compare it through each car. And then sometimes super unleaded is usually, super unleaded is more expensive throughout the whole thing, except for on car A, it's the exact same, and then it goes up from there. And yeah, that's it.